Hey guys, it's Sam C, New Jersey realtor. Yes, honey. Today is all about carpe diem. Seize the day. Today is yours. It's yours to have. It's yours to hold. It's yours to conquer. And as always, thanks for watching. Welcome back to my channel. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, your girl Sam C. I want you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So I decided to do something different. I got a little bit bored just sitting in my office talking to you guys. So I decided to take practice to practice on the go. So here with my son Tiger. He's there, Tiger. And yeah, so I'm going to take it on the go. So today we're going to be talking about Question. So you guys know that book, that really big, huge book, the one that you got when you first started studying classes for real estate, the book that you have been studying and swearing by for the last 75 hours? Yeah, that book. Did it ever mention how to negotiate, what to ask a buyer, or how to convince a FSBO? No? Maybe what to say to those masses of seasoned colleagues in competition, or those resistant leads? Maybe find and recite a script? No? Well, everyone knows what a script is, but this ain't Hollywood, okay? As a new agent, scripts can be annoying, nerve-wracking, and they're pre-written. How can someone who doesn't know you tell you the best approach to being a salesperson? I learned this the hard way after feeling restless, dumb, and unsuccessful after live cold calling those resilient FSBOs. We'll just call them resilient for now. But I thought perhaps if what I was saying felt more natural, not only could I communicate it more efficiently, but understand the significance of the information I was collecting and the questions that I was asking. But ultimately and undoubtedly, scripts are there to keep your information consistent and to assist you as a new agent in how to handle a lead and what information is pertinent in converting the lead to a client. So let's get into some useful startup scripts. We'll get into 3. So the first one we're going to get into is peer professional script, a peer professional phone script. Peer professional phone script, this script is actually very simple. It is the first one that I constructed. The script is used when reaching out to a peer professional. So if you haven't watched my building your business baseline video, then you might want to go check that out now. But we discussed peer professionals in that video. So a peer professional is someone in your profession that may not be a colleague, but you might have to partner up with them just to close a deal. So a peer professional will be a home inspector, a mortgage lender, a title attorney, a title agency, a real estate attorney, appraisers. These are your peer professionals, where your colleagues would be other agents in your brokerage. So that's a peer professional. Use the script when you're reaching out to a peer professional for networking purposes. So you simply introduce yourself as a new agent and inquire the top peer professional's name, email, phone number, or their contact information. Then you're going to send out that peer professional introduction letter. You're going to email it to the address that was provided to you, as well as a text if a phone number was provided. Introducing yourself again in that text and just alerting them of that incoming email. Okay, you just want to let them know to be aware, to check out their inbox, and that you should be having a correspondence there for them, just a welcome correspondence. You want to construct a script as well for the text that you'll be sending. And just to keep in mind, these scripts and all of these resources, these startup resources that we are creating can be used to train. If you decide to hire out an assistant, marketing, analytics, if you decide to hire out, these things can help train your employee and know what to expect in your practice. Again, using these scripts will keep your communication clear, consistent, and professional, not just for yourself, but if you decide to hire out for your employees as well. So the next phone script we're going to talk about is the FSBO phone script. Now, child, I'm going to tell you, FSBOs, super huge deal. So FSBO is a for sale by owner. FSBO is a homeowner who is selling their home on their own. They have decided not to enlist the assistance of a realtor. Usually they're pretty hell-bent on that. But you want to have or create a FSBO phone script. FSBOs are easy leads to target. You can find them on Zillow, FSBO.com, forsalebyowner.com. You can find FSBOs easily, but they are tough conversions. They have already made their minds up, like I said, that they do not want a realtor. They have a clear idea in their mind. The reasons that they decide to sell on their own are typically pretty redundant. It's usually the same thing, the same reasons that you'll hear from all of your leads. But we'll get into the reasons why they decide to sell on their own in the common rebuttals phone script. Your FSBO script should introduce yourself as a realtor by naming your brokerage and ask questions such as where they are going after the sale. This question makes for conversation, sure, but it also is another lead within itself. So if this person is selling their home, they're going to have somewhere to live after the sale. Are they buying a new home? If so, you want them to come to you for this purchase. Why they decided to sell on their own, you want to ask. When do they need to sell by? How did they gather the value of their home is a really big question. Also, make the appointment and offer a free CMA to discuss at the meeting. The initial goal with the FSBO is to get the appointment. You want to get that appointment to see the property, and then you can build rapport and you can build trust from there. So let's get into some common rebuttals. Okay, this is going to be your make or break moment when you're cold calling. Okay, either you're going to convince them that they should deal with you, or you're going to keep them planted in their perception or their plans that they have already without hiring at least you as a realtor. Okay, so some common rebuttal scripts will include inserts of various rebuttals that fit the objection you're experiencing while on the call. You would recite these rebuttals at the appropriate time during the phone script, of course. And you want to keep both the phone script and your common rebuttal script available to read while you're cold calling. This is very important, okay? You're going to be reading from 2 or multiple scripts. You're going to be reading from your phone script, and then you're going to be reading from your rebuttals, okay? So you have at least 2 scripts that you're going to need to have out and handy while cold calling. So let's get into some examples of common rebuttals. So some examples of common rebuttals. So the first thing, the number one common rebuttal, most common rebuttal that you're going to hear from a FSBO lead is that they want to avoid real estate commission fees. They don't want to pay you. They don't want to pay commission fees. So this is going to be the main or most common thing to convince them otherwise of. So you want to make sure you think about why you deserve to get paid. That's your rebuttal to write in your script, and that's your rebuttal to recite to your cold calls. Your reasons are going to be the best reasons, the best naturally spoken reasons of why you deserve to get paid to help a homeowner sell their home. It comes from you. It's natural. Your reasons are going to be the best reasons that work for you. My reasons usually say something like our fees are enforced by the real estate commission because they're in line with our experience. They're in line with our resources. I can market you and get you more exposure than you will be able to get on your own. And I have the experience. Marketing your home is the easy part. Getting your home through closing will be the difficult part. Negotiating. How are you going to negotiate with a buyer's agent? How are you going to negotiate with an attorney? How are you going to negotiate with the home inspector that's delaying or varying the sale of your home? Thank you, doctor. So, the second reason why you will hear a homeowner does not want to list their home with a realtor is because they want you to find them buyers. So they want to hire you as a buyer's agent. Complete oxymoron. Okay, I always find this funny because it's just like, duh. Of course you're working with the buyer's agent because the buyer has hired a realtor and you haven't, which already puts you on an uneven playing field. So the buyer's agent is working with the buyer, not you. So if you hire me as your buyer's agent, then I'm no longer obligated to find the best deal for you, but the best deal for the buyer on your property. When you ask me to find you buyers, you are asking me to go against what's best for you. And I always find that funny. My fiduciary obligation then becomes to find the buyer the best deal on your property. That's what you tell the FSBO. And I always find it funny also that no agents have explained this to them. Okay, sorry. Now I have to offer and deliver my services, my best services to them for the best deal for them on your property. So the third reason we'll get into is you may hear a FSBO say that they're just testing the market or they already know an agent. If a FSBO tells you that they already know an agent, the best advice is to just let them know that you're there to assist them professionally, where there are no blurred lines and there's no room for commodious behaviors, period. But I wouldn't be too persistent if a lead tells you that they already have a realtor. If you feel like they're just blowing you off, perhaps ask the realtor's name, tell them that you know a few, you have a few colleagues in the area, you work with a few realtors, you just want to let them know, you just want to know perhaps what the realtor's name is. You can ask them something like that. They may or may not oblige you. However, you don't want to be too persistent because you're just going to become annoying and they're not going to appreciate your efforts. If a FSBO tells you that they're just testing the market, you let them know, sure, it's a great time to sell. Explain to them that offers will begin to come in crazy because it's a very hot market, and let them know that, you know, to avoid these crazy amount of offers coming in, to avoid the amount of realtors soliciting their services, take the stress off their hands and hire you. That's what you're there for. You let them know they're absolutely right. It's a hot time to sell. It's a very hot market, but they need a realtor. You want to tell them that to avoid setbacks with home inspectors, attorneys, appraisers, to avoid mishandling contracts, they need to hire you. How do they plan to market? How would they negotiate with a buyer's agent or an attorney or home inspector? And make sure you go into detail and explain to them why it's best for them to market with you. And the final reason we'll get into why a FSBO will reject your offer for services is because they had a bad experience with a realtor before you. These are expired or withdrawn listings. Where FSBOs are my favorite type of lead to generate, I would say expireds and withdrawns for me are my hardest to conquer. And they're the hardest for me to conquer because in my mind, money can be negotiated. Commission fees can be negotiated. But a bad experience and emotions, you can't negotiate with that. But it's not impossible. Not for you, absolutely not. These leads have already given a chance or chances to a realtor. And it became unsuccessful after some time. You want to definitely explain to them that most realtors are independent contractors, and even those who are employees still develop their unique sales display. And the results that one realtor delivers is not necessarily the results that another realtor will deliver. Explain to them that every realtor has a different sales and marketing plan when it comes to finding and closing deals. After you explain that, you kind of want to just jump into your marketing plan. In brief, don't give all your goodies away too early. And don't forget, ask what happened. What went wrong with the last attempt to sell their home? And whatever went wrong, you make it right. Period. You want to explain to them what you would have done in that instance, what you feel was wrong about that move, what you would have done to prevent that, or what you would have done to make that happen for your client. So, if you guys would like a copy of my FSBO script or my comment rebuttal script, please drop an email or your email in the comment box down below, and I'll be sure to get that back to you. All my scripts and my templates are free, F-R-E-E, for you, honey, only for you. And that's another episode of Practice to Practice. Make sure you practice those scripts, and I'll catch you back here Monday at 9. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's your girl, CMC. Back with another one.